go over to the MAC. Bowling Green is hosting Miami, Ohio in a win and in game for both of these football teams. These two teams and Ohio are tied for first place in the MAC. They all have one loss, and it is winning in for these guys. Ohio, if they win, actually, I don't know what the tiebreaker looks like, but they're playing a team that they should handle as double-digit favorites. Ball State, I believe. Bowling
By the
Green,
way,
man, is
both those games are going on at 11 a.m. on Friday afternoon. So, first of all, we know
yeah,
what we'll be doing watching the MAC, absolutely. But I love the fact that it's neither of these teams know, if Iowa loses, if Ohio loses, who knows how it'll break down with the teams there. I think Miami has the tiebreaker with that. But regardless, I think a lot of it is, it's pretty much just winning you're in because Ohio is playing a Ball State team where they are, over 2 touchdown favorites at home.
yeah. When I'm looking at this too, the MAC, dude, like some of these teams at the top of the MAC, right? I've just been very impressed. Okay, Toledo didn't necessarily respond as well to it, but Miami, Ohio, right? You lose your award-winning kicker, you lose your best edge rusher, you lose your best wide receiver, you lose your running back, right, to Ole Miss as Miami, Ohio, and they've responded. Bowling Green in their situation, you lose your best defensive player probably, or one of them in Cassius Howell. You know, you lose some talent on the offensive line. You lose spots, and we talked about this with Ohio losing a ton of their starters uh, to the transfer portal, particularly on the offensive side of the football, and how impressive that they've been able to be bouncing back. You got to give credit to both these teams, and a big reason for Bowling Green's success has been uh, one quarterback play from Connor Bazelak in certain big games, in big moments. Harold Fannin Jr. Holy shit, is he unreal at football? It is ungodly. It is incredible how good he is at football, playing that tight end position or wide receiver or whatever you play him at, running back, quarterback. I mean, whatever you want to play him at throughout his college career, he's played pretty much every single position on the offensive side of the football. Defensively, I've been impressed with Bowling Green, right? Especially when it comes to their pass rush. I mean, man, you lose Cassius Howell, who, by the way, is in a prime member of that Texas A&M third down package. You lose him, and all of a sudden, yeah, you're still racking up. What is that? 29 sacks on the season, which is good for top 30, not only in the MAC but in the entire country. So, and I've also been impressed, of course, with Miami, Ohio's defense, who has just been so good these last 6 weeks. Ever since that game where they lost against Toledo, they've just been on an absolute tear. And Brett Gabbert, I think, has elevated his play coming off the injury from last season. It was maybe a shaky start to the season for Miami of Ohio, but these teams are playing their best football entering this week, which is why we're here previewing this game, and we're going to talk about it because this is winning in. They're playing some of their best football, and not that this is going to have huge college football playoff implications, but I would imagine that the winner of this game is going to likely be favored against Ohio in the MAC championship, if I had to guess.
Yeah, absolutely. And you said it. Bowling Green gets a lot of attention offensively because of what they did against some notable opponents, right? Penn State, Texas A&M. Early in the season, obviously Harold Fannin is a superstar. If you play college fantasy football, he is a weapon to have at the tight end spot. But defensively, you said it. They have been awesome. I look at a couple stats here that really impress me, especially in MAC football games. To me, if you're in the MAC, first of all, don't turn the football over, right? Secondly, do not give up explosive plays. Like they're going to happen, but just do not give up many explosive plays. Both these teams have been very good at that. Bowling Green second in the MAC in 10 plus plays allowed defensively. Miami Ohio is just third there. So both those teams top three. Love to see that. But in the red zone, playing red zone defense here and giving up field goals and not touchdowns, Bowling Green is second in red zone defense touchdown percentage, while Miami Ohio is seventh. To me, in the margins in the game with a short line, rivalry game here in state, I like Bowling Green here. I think what they can do in generating explosive plays, I think they can finish in the red zone here with a weapon like Harold Fannin and what you can do with him, and even running the football as well. Although I know Miami Ohio very good at running the football as well, and obviously defensively, just such a good coaching staff there, and it's so hard to fade against them because you know how good they're going to be, disciplined, coaching, all that stuff. But I just think Bowling Green and how they've been playing recently in the MAC, how they've been playing defensively, to me gives them confidence to win this football game at home as, a short favorite here.
Um, I I think I'm gonna be with you on this one. Although where the margins are so small, I do like gobbling up points, right? But I think I'm gonna be on this one with you on the Bowling Green side. I think the best player on the field uh, is on Bowling Green's side of the field. I think Bowling Green is at home in this spot. Like you said, the explosive plays that they can generate, I could definitely see that, playing an impact in this game. I think Miami Ohio's offense has been really nice moving the football through the air these last couple weeks, which is really nice, really interesting to see there. I think this would be a really impressive win. In Miami, Ohio, this would impress me. I'm sure that they're power rated better than Bowling Green, given that this line's only at 2.5. So I'm sure, like on a neutral field, Miami might be slightly favored. But I think Bowling Green is more talented. And Terrion Stewart has kind of been banged up all year, and I think he's gonna be good to go in this game. And he's been really explosive in the run game when he has played for Bowling Green. So I'm liking yeah, I'm liking Bowling Green in this spot with you. This was a tough game to pick for me, for sure. Because, like, what if Brett Gabbert just continues to deal? Like, how many points do you need to score to beat Bowling Green if you're Miami, Ohio? I don't think it's as much as people think, because I think Miami's defense can shut some people down.
The only thing that does concern me is Miami, Ohio getting off the field on third down, right? They are 10th out of 12th of MAC football teams, which to me is surprising to see at 42%, while the other side, Bowling Green, is second, only giving them 32%. That's where these margins are so small. Now, I get something like third down, something like turnovers, red zone defenses, like those things, yes, they translate throughout the season, but in a one off game, those can be variable and those can be dictating of outcomes, especially in a game that is so tight like this one. But I'm just trying to find margins. I'm trying to find some kind of predictions here. Additionally, too, Bowling Green is top 5 in the conference on converting third down. Miami, Ohio down there at 10 again. So on third down, where games are won potentially in the MAC, third and fourth down, Bowling Green to me has a significant advantage right throughout the season. Although in a one-off game, who knows what could happen. I don't love it, man. I don't love
Yeah,
it.
you're right. I mean, against Kent State 2 weeks ago, Miami Ohio was 3 of 11 on third down. Last week against Northern Illinois, they were like, what, 2 of 10, 2 of 12? Yeah, 2 of 10. So I see what you're saying right there, because I was thinking in my head, I'm like, okay, that stat, is that telling of more of the out of conference slate that Miami Ohio played? Is that? But it looks like, I mean, in a certain, even against Central Michigan, where they won 46-7, they were only 3 of 11 on third down, 2 of 2 on fourth down. So I see what you're kind of saying there, and I yeah, maybe there's a spot where Bowling Green finds ways to get Miami Ohio off the field, or maybe put them in situations where they got to go for it on fourth down, and maybe they
That's
haven't
where the
played.
real variance comes in,
Yeah, that's where
too.
the real variance comes in, And look, the Northern Illinois, Ethan Hampton did not play his best game by any stretch of the imagination. Ontario Brown, I believe, was injured in that game, so he didn't even play at the running back spot. Although Northern Illinois had production without him, but yeah,
Although Miami, Ohio does not like to go for it on fourth down. I know like a lot of teams in the MAC do, with most of them being above 15 and most of them being above 20, right? But Miami, Ohio's only at 7. They're significantly down there at the bottom, along with their other in-state foe Ohio University. So yeah, they're only 3 for 7 on the year, which obviously you can't huge sample size. But I think it's more about the trend of they don't like to be going for it on fourth down. That's what they got to win on third down. But if you getting spots here. Maybe it's late game, whatever it may be. Who knows?